You are watching the Justin TV Invitational, cast by myself, Totalbiscuit. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to SHOUTcraft right here, bringing you BratOK in the red trunks. He is playing Terran. Right here on the Zelnaga Caverns. I also bring you lag from one of the observers. It needs to... Buddy, stop it. There you go. Enough of that, thank you very much. Versus his opponent, Minigun. Minigun has been the giant killer. At least I like to call him the giant killer. The problem yeah. Certainly, it was a great set of matches, but then Drewby went and kind of stomped all over Hydra, so they're both giant killers, folks. One might say it's the root of Hydra's problems. I stole that from the Team Liquid thread, so I attribute that to whoever the hell came up with it. Dear Lord. Well, whatever the case, Hydra's out. BratOK is not. BratOK, a strong Terran player. Very, very good indeed. Good to not see a mirror match as well. TVP. BratOK versus Minigun should be a good fight. And it's already 1-0 in favor of BratOK. BratOK's had some unfortunate tournaments lately, but his performance in general has been extremely strong. Never, ever underestimated. Some people call him BratOK. Every time I've seen his name written, it's been Brat space OK, so I go with BratOK. It works. It sounds silly one way or the other, so we'll just go with it. Now, Minigun, the master of the 4-gate, considering he's already lost one to BratOK, it wouldn't actually surprise me if he goes for that. Admittedly, I don't know exactly what he did in the previous game, since I was too busy, well, I was casting Drewby versus Richman, and I didn't get to see that first game. That game went on for quite some time, I'd imagine, so one can't imagine that a 4-gate really succeeded for Minigun, but you never know. Might go for it again. Minigun's execution of the 4-gateway attack is second to none. He is very, very good at it. A little bit of gas steal right there. At least deny BratOK some options in the early game. Take him a little bit of work to get through that. Of course, he can cancel out of that eventually. It's assuming that BratOK even wanted that anyway. You never know. Oh, no, he might not cancel it. He might just leave it up. I mean, it is only a 75 minimal cost. You never know. You'll often see Zerg will pop in and pop out, and he does leave it up, so that will eventually die, but it will take some time. Cybernetic score on its way up for Minigun. No big surprises there. BratOK sees nothing of any particular note as of yet. He wouldn't expect to till at least the 4.5-minute mark at a bare minimum to at least get an indication of what his opponent's actually doing. Barracks, tech lab, wonderful, more barracks, more marines, more marauders, more guns. Guns, guns, guns. We love the guns. Guns, yes. That's why I like playing Terran, folks. We have a lot of guns. Big guns. Reaper coming out for BratOK. Intriguing idea. Not that it's going to do much, because there's a Stalker on the way. But hey, never mind. Do a little bit of scouting with it nonetheless. BratOK has been known to build Reapers every once in a while. However, in this situation, there's not a huge amount they're going to do unless Minigun decides to push out with that Stalker. If that Stalker stays anywhere near the mineral line, it will very effectively shoot down the Reaper attack. Here come the gateways. The question is, how many do we get? Well, currently we are sitting on 3. We may get the 4th after that. Maybe. Or we might hold back on it. We'll find out. He's certainly got the money for another gateway. Not deciding to play it just yet, however. Eventually that thing will die. You know, you'd think they'd actually give them more effective guns, but they are really kind of rubbish for this. Look at that. How is this even doing any damage to it when you think about it? Well, the answer is it pretty much isn't. In comes the Reaper. Stalker is actually out of position by the looks of it. Where is it? It's not there. So that Reaper is going to be able to inflict some significant damage. Stalker pressure by Minigun early on, which is actually not going to work out so well at all. BratOK intercepts that, and more to the point, slides past that one. This is messy. This is very messy. Economic damage is coming in right here. I take it all back. That was a great call with the Reaper right there. In comes the surround. He takes one. Can he reposition? Of course he can. He can certainly try to. Takes a couple of those off of the mineral line. He takes a second. He's going to get out of there now. He's probably going to lose that, but it was all right. Wasn't the best Reaper attack of all time, but it was good play nonetheless, drawing those Stalkers out of position. Very Stalker-heavy approach there by Minigun. Still sitting on those 3 gateways. No robotics yet. Could be going into the 4th, maybe. There is already a pylon right there. BratOK will scout for it and will no doubt find it. Well, of course he's going to find it. I mean, it's an amateur mistake not to check behind those bushes on this particular map, and you know for a fact BratOK is not going to make any amateur mistakes. Thank you very much. Minigun with the deployment of his expansion here. BratOK just finishes off his command center, well ahead there economically, I would imagine. Few probes behind, not that that makes much of a difference. He does have the mules, so no problems there at all. And he'll start to push past Minigun in the not-too-distant future if Minigun is not able to get this sorted out rather quickly. BratOK with a good force on the field. 5 Marauders, 10 Marines versus 5 Stalkers, 2 Sentry, and a Zealot. Pretty even fight, honestly. Probably go in favor of the Protoss, maybe. However, once that Stimpak push comes in, which we know is coming, it's probably not going to come after all of this. He's not even going to bother with it, but Stimpak is on the way anyway. He could go for the timing push with the Stim. It would make sense. He might. Although it's looking increasingly unlikely as we wait for longer and longer. But he does have a good force there. He could do the damage. He really could, actually. I'm surprised he's not going in yet. Takes a bit longer than 20 seconds to actually get across this map, but no, he holds back for the time being. Unfortunately, he gives Minigun an opportunity to reinforce. BratOK looking to overwhelm him with sheer weight of numbers. 3 barracks was what he had before he had that second base. Now going for the 4th right there. He'll continue to roll those out at a good pace. And in comes the robotics facility right now for Minigun. Going through, I'd imagine, 2 Colossi. It would make sense with the amount of Marines and Marauders on the field right now. However, BratOK decides now is the time. Honestly, I think a little bit earlier would have been beneficial to him. But never mind, he's going forward anyway. He can inflict significant damage there with the Stim. Doesn't have the Marine Shield as of yet, so his forces aren't quite as durable as he would like. But getting in there before the Colossus starts coming onto the field would be a good idea. Here's the push. It consists right now of 9 and 16. 9 Marauders, 16 Marines. Flanking maneuver, looks for it. Can't get it, though. Good positioning right now on that. That's a fairly potent force. I don't think the BratOK is going to be able to break that line, and he believes the same. Immortals coming out to deal with those Marauders, and a Twilight Council on the way as well. Could be all manner of wonderful things on the way to deal with BratOK. Barracks complete. Yet more reactors, yet more Marines on the way. Factory rolling out as well. BratOK perhaps looking to take his 3rd. That'll be his 3rd base. 2nd expansion. Should be able to do that. Observer keeps an eye on things. BratOK probably knows where it is, honestly, but there you go. Fairly easy to spot those things. You can see the little ripple in the air. Minigun also looking to take a 3rd, but his chances are he's going to take it down there instead. BratOK scouts for it, doesn't find it. Zealot legs coming up right here. Minigun with a push out, but honestly doesn't have the numbers he needs to break BratOK's line. Things he doesn't really need to. Get himself a little bit of map control. He already knows what BratOK has. Minigun looks for the meet-up nonetheless, though. I was going to say, really? You're going to fight that? I wouldn't. That's kind of dangerous-looking force he's got there, particularly with Stim. No Zealot charge available yet either. That's not the kind of thing I would want to meet. Here comes the double upgrades for Minigun. Double forge coming down. Starport. Still BratOK. Waits. He lies in wait. Lot of Marauders. Huge numbers. 17 and 27. It's a good force. We have a look at the army count. BratOK ahead, slightly. Income-wise, Minigun ahead. Although not by much, thanks to the benefit of those mules. Minigun, oh Minigun, why will you not attack? That's because you're sensible and you're not me. Well, he's killed the Marine. He must be fairly happy. I did not know they dropped their shield. That is kind of cool. There you go. That is something. I've learned something new today, folks. BratOK with a scouting factory. What will he find? Well, there's nothing down here. No attempt to expand to this gold mineral yet. And indeed, BratOK hasn't bothered with it either. Probe doing a little bit of sneaky. BratOK didn't place any supply depots there, which is a fairly common tactic. And it's unfortunate he didn't do that. However, that medevac's going to find it anyway, so it doesn't really matter, does it? A little bit fortunate. 3 Marauders, 2 Marines in each. Sup? Hey, free pylon, free pylon, free pylon. Thank you very much. No, none of your deployment nonsense, thank you very much. Although, bear in mind, Minigun now knows drops coming, and we have just got a complete, yes, High Templars are on the way. Completion on the Templar Archives. An interesting idea. Kind of makes sense, considering it's primarily a bioforce from BratOK, Marines and Marauders. Finding some more pylons as well. Nice spotting there by BratOK. Makes sense to have a look for it. Try and disable all of those defenses. Fallback here by Minigun. Will 6 Stalkers be enough to take that out? I don't think so. Not with the Marines and the Stim Pack and the support right there. Does the scan? Doesn't really want to drop in there anyway. They'll be able to inflict a significant amount of damage on the Medivacs, maybe take them out. That would strand that force there, which wouldn't be a good thing. Now, what is Minigun doing? Well, more High Templar on the way for him, and Zealots. Now, he does have that Zealot's leg upgrade. Already has level 1 in ground weapons, looking for level 2 as well, and on the armor. Upgrades-wise, I believe he is ahead of BratOK. Yes, he is. BratOK looking to finish off infantry armor level 1. Not going to get him all that far. Nice to have, nonetheless, and he's going to need it, especially against those Zealots, and there are a lot of them. 18. Quick stim in from the side right there. Can he take out those reinforcement pylons? Oh, wow. Nasty stuff. In comes the charge right there. Oh, it's great Psy Storms. A lot of damage being done right there. Minigun inflicting a huge amount. However, there are still a lot of Marauders in that force, but they have very little health remaining. In comes the charge, easily pushed away. Minigun, excellent repulsion right there. Very good. He's going to chase them all the way back to his goddamn base. The Archon is having none of it. No. Zap. Zap. Go on. Tase him. Go on. Get him. Stick the boot in. Yeah, there you go. Not having any of that, says the Archon. 16 kills on that Archon. Probably isn't the Archon, it's probably the Templar, but hey, there you go. I don't know if they actually shared their kills. Oh no, don't kill the Archon. Oh, he blocks him off the sentries. No escape for you, BratOK. Absolutely not. Nothing left of that force. Reinforcements coming in, but nowhere near enough right now. Zealot escapes. Well, BratOK's force taken apart quite nicely right there. The Psy Storms are proving it to be absolutely critical. Mobius reactor coming up. Ghosts on the way. Kind of makes sense considering. Nail down some of those evil High Templar. BratOK, we're looking for another drop. I wouldn't. I want to secure this area. Be very concerned about that. Did a planetary fortress for that very specific reason. Minigun now looking to expand to his 4th base, 3rd expansion. This is pretty damn secure as well. Photon cannons going down to prevent at least a little bit of harassment. Won't do too much against large amounts of stimmed Marauders, but hey. A delay is what he's looking for. Sensor towers coming right down. What is it with root games with sensor towers these days? Like every root game I see has a sensor tower, either built by root or built by the opponents. Whoa! Oh! Minigun! What a wonderful Psy Storm that was. BratOK loses pretty much everything on that line almost instantly. A very nice play. Even more for the Archon in there as well. I think that was a triple Psy Storm by the looks of it. And escapes. Or will he? Concussive missiles will nail them down perhaps. I wouldn't want to be in that Archon's shoes right now. No, there you go. Lost it. It's unfortunate that he hung around for so long. He could have just retreated immediately and not even bothered with the Archon. But there you go. A little bit of a waste there by Minigun. Still, economically, Minigun streaming ahead at a very significant pace. The gold minerals will help, particularly with those mules, although I still would be concerned. However, there is a drop force moving in and a flanking force. So that Nexus could go down right here. Will Minigun choose to pull back? Yes, he will. However, double-pronged attack, this is what BratOK is known for. This area has no defense of any description. That's messy. We're going to need a warp in from him. You know it. High Templar coming in. Little bit risky. Cater and Amulet is on, so he can do that. He needs to bring them down almost immediately before the start. Oh, wow. Storm rips through it with a great amount of vengeance going on right there. BratOK able to defend against that, and Minigun able to defend against that. Still a reasonable amount of damage done on the drop, and actually didn't lose all that much. Oh, wow. Nice little blink right there by Minigun. Takes it as it leaves, but only just. This is an intriguing game, folks, and neither side wants to give up quickly right here. BratOK, of course, has the lead right now. Robotics Bay going down, Robotics Facility going down for Minigun. Makes sense to get some Colossi in the field. BratOK blocks it off with a command center. Seems reasonable. Seems reasonable. Of course, he will redeploy right there. BratOK's forces streaming back. Once again, thrown back by Minigun. Minigun's defense is looking to be very solid right now. If we have a look at units lost, BratOK has lost significantly more, which is not going to help him considering his economic situation. Ghosts in the mix, and a good amount of them as well. That'll certainly help. Protoss ground weapons, level 1, 2, and 3. BratOK's not going to be able to break that line with 3-3 upgrades. It just isn't going to happen. Doesn't have the numbers for it. Oh, Ghost just got feedbacked as well in the process. Nasty stuff. Ooh, keep an eye on things, folks. So a lot of different attacks going on there. That's not going to help. You know you can't break that with that number. In comes the drops over here, however. It's a 3-force. It's a good one. High Templar's going to get nailed down before it can storm. Or will it? It's going to storm very, very shortly. You need to kill it. Need to kill it. Need to kill it. In the meantime, we've got this engagement right here where Minigun blasts his way through it. Did that storm actually go off? I don't think it actually did. BratOK pushes his forward once again. There's the storm. In the meantime, we have, once again, a big push by Minigun. Can he break that line? It's what he looks for. Archon now in the mix. It can't get in there, but it's enough for those 3-3 upgrades. BratOK just can't do it. Storm going on once again. Lots of damage dealt by those drops, but simply not enough. BratOK does not have the upgrades. Simply does not. Personal cloaking coming in for those units. That will certainly help. But another push comes in. Minigun appears to be outnumbered. However, he's certainly not that good. Archon needs to get in there. Archon gets one shot off before being brutalized. BratOK gets in there. Good damage being done right there to the gold mineral expansion. Can he bring it down? Nexus down to 25%. There it goes. Sidestorm, and he retreats immediately. Doesn't lose all that much. Good stuff by BratOK. Even able to deal with it simply due to weight of numbers right now. He is getting knocked about, though. All of those are going down, and he knows it. Medevacs falling from the sky, raining down. Well, BratOK, he still holds that line. This is a very, very cool game. Excellent stuff. Very much back and forth. A lot of damage being done. Good damage done on this area right here, which is going to really hurt Minigun economically. Now, the question is, can this force break that line? It certainly can. Minigun needs to redeploy rapidly before that goes down. Will he be able to catch him out? He doesn't have a huge number of forces, actually. His force count is not looking great right now. Colossus on the field, almost dies. Oh, wow! Sniped off right there. Storm takes him out of the back, into the mineral line. They will die, but a huge amount of damage will be done in the process. Can he take another Colossus? It's what he looks for. Shields hold, but only barely. Oh, wow. BratOK is an aggressive player right now. Really, really is. And he's buying time to close that technology gap. Perhaps most important thing about that. Continues to throw in those Marine and Marauder forces, do a lot of damage. Unfortunately, Minigun could be looking for a push right here because a massive warp in. Looking for that opportunity. BratOK threw away a huge amount of units, and now Minigun looking to go in a very rapid warp in, has a 50 supply advantage over his opponent. Hasn't found anything as of yet. Could go in here, certainly. This area pretty damn well defended. Another planetary fortress, keeping that pretty safe. The longer he waits, the more units will come in for BratOK. Still relying pretty much on those... Oh, nice. Scans out the Observer as well. Very cool. Relying on those Marines and Marauders, but still plenty of ghosts in the mix there. Could prove to be devastating. Minigun holds back. Another drop right here. Pretty much ineffectual, though. Ooh. Looks like that. Oh, I must have missed the storm right there. There we go. That was good damage by the looks of it to BratOK. Holy crap. Half of Minigun's army actually consists of harvesters. So, there you go. Looking for rapid reinforcements. So, BratOK continues to lay down the pain. Even if it is just with small numbers of Marines. Minigun rolling all the way back simply because he does... Well, he does have a choice. He's got Colossi in the field, and a large number of them. 4 Colossus. BratOK still continues to hold that line. And he's going to be able to mass a significantly larger army. But he doesn't really have the money for it. And he just got that gutted by a Psystorm. This area is now completely mined out simply due to the number of mules that were put in place. And he can't really expand anywhere else. He could go here, but Minigun already has a pylon. He'll be able to respond to it, and now Minigun expands there. And that is every point on the map, folks. And it's pretty much all in favor of Minigun. Oh, he might be able to cancel that by the looks of it. There you go, there you go. Has he got it? Has he got it? Yes, he does. Prevents that. No nonsense. BratOK still could potentially win it. But those storms are certainly not going to help matters. He eats a large amount of damage right there. Tries to bring the Archon down, and he successfully does it. That force split in two. Not optimal. Needs to watch out. BratOK really flanking around right here. Needs to get those healed up and back into action. Army count is actually larger for BratOK right now, simply because of the number of harvesters there actually are on the field for his opponent. And look at the amount of Vikings there. Oh, misstormed right there. That did nothing. Or maybe it did. Maybe it was simply to keep the Vikings away, but I don't think so. I think that was a little bit premature right there. Sinking those. Does he take a ghost? He doesn't. Nice sniping off of the High Templar there as well. The ghosts are still alive, and here comes the force of BratOK. This could be deadly, and here we go. He goes in on the line nonetheless. He thinks he's got it. I don't know if he does really. Archon brutalizes it. Colossi heavy damage inflicted right there. BratOK driven back. Colossi brought down rapidly. Great storms there by Minigun. BratOK still has the unit count though. He can still do this. He's got what he needs. Another storm. He eats it. Doesn't move out of it. Great storms once again by Minigun. But there's very little left on Minigun's army right now. However, Minigun probably has the resources for a significant warp in. Bear that one in mind. BratOK looks like he's in a dominant position. As to whether or not he is, that is questionable. Big warp, it's another storm. It's good. He continues to whittle down his opponent's forces. In comes the charge. Driven all the way back right there. Zealots are not having any of that nonsense. Look at it. Look at that. Unbelievable stuff. Minigun defends again. Jesus. That economic advantage is really now coming into play for Minigun. This is the only, and I do mean pretty much the only operational base up at the top of the map right there. Once again, goes in with the stim, tries to lock down as many zealots as possible. A shish kebab and marauders is what he's looking for. There's the charge. He's not going in for it. Once again, BratOK will not stop. Keeps storing as much pain as possible, but more amazing size storms from Minigun. Nothing happening there. He cannot break it. He's taking too much attrition damage. However, can BratOK secure this area? If he can nail this down, then he can get his economy rolling again, because he is in a lot of trouble right now economically. He's had to oversaturate this mineral line. Minigun is really pushing ahead economically. He's got tons of cash. His army count is now way ahead. BratOK has taken huge losses. That's 31 zealots, folks, and really, let's be honest, there's not a lot that BratOK really has to deal with 31 zealots. No siege tanks on the field by him at all. More ghosts coming up. It'll certainly help matters, but no nukes, nothing like that. Tries to take Colossus out. Doesn't happen. BratOK continues to rebuild, but there you go. Oh, wow. Warps in the Nexus. They can't deploy. That's not good at all, and that might be the critical point, because Minigun's decided he can go in there, and I don't blame him. He's got the unit count for it this time. BratOK continues to smash on the doors of Minigun, but still, Minigun has that huge economic lead. BratOK's been worn down in this war of attrition. Look at that, there's 200 points in it. Such a equal game pretty much the entire way through. There we go, and here comes the charge. The Zealots will easily slice their way through there, you would think. Oh yes, they're going in as brutally as possible, but they're actually being worn down right now as the rest of the Zealots are now working on BratOK's base. A split was a bad idea. BratOK holds it again. Economic damage being done, and more to the point, tech damage being done here, but still BratOK has the units to push that back. I am confused as to why Minigun didn't go all the way in for the throat. He split his forces up, and BratOK is now able to defend. Unbelievable. However, BratOK is still running out of money. Still something to bear in mind. Minigun did get a very bloody nose there, but Minigun can very easily reinforce. No problems there at all. Wow, at this lag. There we go. Sorted. BattleNet is a wonderful thing, folks. Just keep saying that to yourself, you might actually believe it. Minigun! Minigun! Going for the planetary fortress. That's gonna hurt. BratOK not defending right now. Well, of course, why would he? There's nothing there. Might as well let the planetary fortress take some kills, and it does. Whittles down that zealot force, a smart move. And that has significantly reduced the firepower of Minigun, but still not enough. BratOK is playing with a very minimal force right now, and if that gets broken down, that's pretty much good game. BratOK looking to push his way through. Oh, wow, there's so many Colossi. There's no way he can do that. Look at that. Minigun breaks out 6 Colossi. Nothing left on BratOK's side of things. It's all going down. GG, and what a game it was. Minigun equalizes. One apiece in this best of 3 series. Oh, wow, it's still all to play for.